Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you like this video, please like and subscribe.
The Crystal Awakening, the Sovereignty of Light. Yoko stepped through the towering archway of her chamber, her bare feet silent on the polished floors of moonstone. The hallway stretched endlessly, a labyrinth of translucent white marble and pillars of solid ice that did not melt. The air was crisp and carried the sharp, clean scent of high-altitude snow. Every surface shimmered with a soft, inner luminescence, as if the palace itself was woven from captured starlight. Along the walls, magnificent tapestries depicted a history she didn't recognize. One caught her eye, a woman with hair the color of glaciers and lips like crushed rubies, standing atop a mountain of light. Yoko reached out, her fingers trembling as she touched the fabric. It was like looking into a mirror from another lifetime. The girl in the diner felt like a fading ghost, while this regal figure felt dangerously familiar. "The likeness is more than mere coincidence, Your Majesty." A voice, resonant and steady, echoed through the hall. Yoko spun around to find a tall man standing in the shadows of a great pillar. He was draped in silver plate armor that reflected the blue light of the palace, his face stern yet marked by an undeniable kindness. A long, navy blue cape billowed slightly behind him, though there was no wind. Before Yoko could speak, the man dropped to one knee, bowing his head in a gesture of profound respect. "I am Celestin, High Guardian of the Azure Sanctum," he declared. "For 300 years, we have waited for the frost star to return to the firmament. The prophecy of Musubi has been fulfilled. You have come back to us in our hour of greatest need, Sovereign Yoko." Celestin rose and gestured for Yoko to follow him toward a grand balcony that overlooked the entire realm. As they walked, Yoko felt a strange hum in the air, a vibration that seemed to synchronize with her own heartbeat. "I don't understand," she whispered. "I was just a waitress. I lived in a city with cars and neon lights. How can I be this?" Celestin looked at her, his eyes soft. "The soul remembers what the mind forgets, my lady." They reached the balcony's edge, and Yoko gasped. Below them, the floating islands of the realm were vibrant and green, but a terrifying sight marred the horizon. A wall of absolute, ink-black darkness was slowly swallowing the distant mountains, turning the vibrant sky into a bruised purple. "That is the Skotos," Celestin explained, his voice grim. "A shadow that hungers for all light. It has been creeping closer since your departure." Yoko looked down at her hands. To her shock, a faint, crystalline frost was beginning to form on the stone railing where she touched it. "The Skotos cannot be fought with steel or fire," Celestin continued, turning back to her. "Only the pure light of the frost star can pierce that darkness. Your rebirth was not a gift of chance, but a necessity for our survival. You are the only shield we have left." Yoko felt a sudden surge of heat in her chest, a stark contrast to the icy power in her veins. "But I don't know how to save a world," she cried out. Celestin stepped closer, placing a steadying hand near hers, though he did not touch her. "You do not need to know the how yet, Yoko. You only need to accept the who. The power is not something you learn, it is something you unlock." As if responding to her emotions, the light in Yoko's eyes intensified. A pillar of brilliant, sapphire-colored energy suddenly erupted from her, shooting toward the vaulted ceiling. It wasn't cold, but it felt ancient and absolute. The palace hummed in a joyous, resonant tone, and the crystals in the walls glowed with such intensity that the shadows in the corners of the room vanished instantly. The energy subsided, leaving Yoko breathless but standing taller than she ever had in the diner. The fear hadn't vanished, but it was now beneath a layer of cold, hard resolve. She looked out at the approaching shadow and then at Celestin, who stood in silent awe. "Tell me what I need to do," Yoko said, her voice no longer a whisper. The waitress was gone. The sovereign of the frost star had truly returned.